Digital cash is the future because people want privacy and people want, they want to use their money as they want. They don't want account freezes, they don't want Big Brother watching over them. And that's why I think digital cash is definitely the future. If you lose physical cash, it's lost. You don't have any organization to back that up for you. The same applies for digital cash. And Bitcoin is a form of digital cash. I think that definitely there will be similar innovations in future.
I think there's one like sort of major big thing which has happened to all other industries but hasn't really happened to banking, and that's the kind of the decentralization, the breaking up of monoliths, which has happened because of the internet in many other industries, but really hasn't taken hold of the banking sector for various different reasons, including regulation and stuff like that. But we're starting to see that. So there are companies coming out there that are doing, foreign payments in a new way. There are companies out there doing lending in a new way. So there are a lot of different companies that are now becoming really, really successful, but are not banks. So they're taking up sort of traditional areas of banks, but are completely sort of built up in separate kind of ways and all interconnected with each other.
I'm one of the co-founders of Mistral Mobile, which is a company focusing on mobile money technology. Since we are operating in the emerging markets, Africa, Asia Pacific mainly, so there actually the change can be pretty huge because all the economies there are pretty much cash-driven economies. Another big problem is that they don't have access to any kind of financial services. Bank branches, they don't really exist all over to reach a majority of the consumers. So there's a huge constraint that the consumers don't have any kind of access to the financial services. They have to have all their payments done in cash. They are making their savings, they are keeping them in a money pots, unsafe places, etc., etc. So being able to change the cash that the people are dealing with nowadays and bring them into a financial services domain, it's going to have huge impact on the societies in general. I think like from the European scene perspective, I'm sure the central bankers would be happy to be getting rid of cash because there's a huge cost associated with actually maintaining the cash base. We as a Finns were so used to living in a bit of like de facto cashless society. So in that sense, it's not so much kind of an moving away from cash, but it's mostly that what additional benefits the mobility can bring into how you are actually handling the money you already have in the digital form.
People have become much more independent. They're connecting with different projects, with different groups, with different companies even, and they need to be able to manage this whole sort of picture in a way that makes much more sense to them than what a traditional bank would do. And I think that's a big, big opportunity.